Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. This is the week of January 23rd, 2022. With me here today is Skylar, and my name is Ivan. Of course, I do them in the correct order every time.
Yeah. Hi.
Say hello, Skylar.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Do you ever...
Go ahead. No, you go. No, you go. You're full of this energy I've never seen before, and I need you to get it out so we can move on with the rest of the podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm excessively sorry that I'm excited to record this weekly podcast with one of my best friends.
Can you please say the thing you were going to say?
Do you have the weird thing where you go like, yes, the year is currently 2021, but it's actually like 2022. So like you write down the wrong year on like shit.
Yeah, I've got a bad memory.
Okay. So a couple weeks ago, or I guess this Friday actually, at the weekly friendly local game store legacy tournament, there was someone there who is 22, but keeps telling people that they're 23 so that when they turn 23, they won't accidentally say that they're 22.
This feels like a lot of it.
Yeah, right?
Can't you just like
Be like, 22, oh, oops, 23. Sorry, my bad.
If you're worried about making the mistake, why make the mistake anyways?
Why intentionally make the mistake?
Yeah, right? Like
first.
If the reason behind it is to avoid making yourself look like a fool, mission failed, my guy.
Yeah.
So it's wild.
Reminds me of the one time we were at a water park when I had like just turned the age that they let you go into like the hot tub area, and then like the lifeguard walks up and is like, "How old are you?" And then I said the wrong age, and then my mom corrected me, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, oops, sorry. I'm the exact age I need to feed us in the hot tub."
And the lifeguard was like, "Cool. I don't get paid enough to deal with this shit."
Shrugged and walked away.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, does not give a single fuck.
Yeah. Anyways, want to see our card of the day?
Ooh, Honor's Reward. It's an uncommon, 2 colorless,
From Fate Reforged.
1 white. Oh, sorry, it's an uncommon from Fate Reforged. Sorry, I'm not an absolute madman who's played Magic for all of his life and doesn't know.
I have a box of Konzatark here.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's the set before Fate Reforged.
I don't know that! See, this is what I'm talking about. 2 colorless, 1 white. Instant.
2 generic.
Oh, sorry. 2 generic. That's right. Those are different. Those are different. See,
as we learned at draft a couple days ago.
2 generic, 1 white. Instant, you gain 4 life, bolster 2. Now, bolster 2 has some rules text here. Choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. What? So, gain 4 life, put 2 counters on
The creature you control with the least toughness.
least toughness.
Yeah, so let's say you have a 2/2 and a 2/1.
Yeah,
Where do you bolster?
the 2/1.
Okay. Let's say you have a 3/3, a 1/4, and a 3/2. Which one do you bolster onto?
1/4.
No, the 3/2. It's the least toughness.
Oh, the least toughness. God damn it. Wow, so bad at this. The 3/2.
Okay, let's say you have 3 2/2s. Where do you put the 2 counters?
It says choose, so you get to choose.
Yeah, you get to choose.
Okay.
Fun, right?
This card is ass.
An uncommon.
Yeah.
And
Common
it's an
should be
instant.
better than this.
It's technically a combat trick.
It's so... Oh my... You have to have like 1 creature on the battlefield for it to be a combat trick.
Well, no.
Especially limited?
You need the combat trick to be useful on your worst creature. And it keeps the counters. It's not terrible.
I don't know.
This is like a solid 22nd, 23rd card. It seldom rains in Abzan lands. When it does, the Khan marks the occasion by honoring the families of the fallen.
Neat.
So, also, it has a watermark for Abzan.
Ah.
In case anyone's
What colors are
worried
Abzan?
about that. White, black, and green.
Oh.
Formerly known as junk.
What?
Yeah.
Junk.
Yeah.
Hi.
So it was based on the original deck that was the 3 Abzan colors, which was called Junk because all the cards in it were bad. But if you put them together, they made an effective mid-range strategy.
Funny.
Deck names are great.
Yeah, I guess.
Have you heard of $1 Million Man?
No, I haven't. Please tell me about the deck. $1 Million Man.
Okay, so $1 Million Man is a deck from like Odyssey Torment era, which is like way back.
You want to give me some years on that?
Yeah, here. Let's first let's make sure I know I said the right sets because I don't think I actually did. I think it's like Apocalypse. Yeah, it is Apocalypse. It's the Apocalypse era. Okay.
Ooh, wow, egg on face, huh? This looks like somebody doesn't play Magic enough.
Big egg on face there. Apocalypse release date.
Holy shit.
That's Apocalypse Now, the movie.
That is Apocalypse Now, the movie. Yep. I was like, wow,
that
this
is
old.
about 13 years before there. So about 2002, because it was, I think, the following block, maybe, or it might have been near the end of Apocalypse. But it was called $1 Million Man because Spirit Monger, this is the card right now, I have up right now, which I know is in the deck, is 3 black, green. It was a rare. Whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, it puts a +1/+1 counter on itself. You can pay a black to regenerate it, and green to make it a different color for some reason.
I mean, it's a 5-mana 6/6 that regenerates for 1.
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
substantially grows over time.
Yeah.
You know, was absolutely insane back in the old days, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
This creature seems good now.
anyways, Spirit Monger used to cost $20.
Okay.
So now we live in a world of Ragavan, where Ragavan costs $80, right? Spirit
Back in the
Monger
day.
was the most expensive card in Standard. $1 Million Man played every rare that was above $10.
And that was just a deck.
That was just a deck. It was technically playable, as in some people did play it.
Okay.
It turned out Spirit Monger looks really good on paper and is really bad, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the problem with the card?
Okay, so like,
Turn 5, you play a 6/6 that can regenerate.
and then they destroy it.
I mean, you can say that to any 5-mana creature.
Well, no, you can't.
Really? Like what?
Siege Rhino. They destroy Siege Rhino. You get an effect.
Yes, okay.
They destroy Stormbreath Dragon. You hit them for 4 already. 5-mana things need to do a lot.
Huh.
Also, it turns out one of the best cards in the format was Nightscape Familiar. Okay, cool. There it is. Nightscape Familiar. Which is a 2-mana 1/1 that makes your blue and red spells cost 1 less to cast, and you can regenerate it for 2. Effectively blanks a Spirit Monger entirely.
Huh.
Turns out, Spirit Monger does 2 things really well. And unfortunately, if attacking and blocking are the only 2 things you need your creature to do, your creature's not doing much.
Damn. That's too bad. So
Yeah.
it was a meme deck then.
It was, so back in the day, you didn't know what was the best deck, right? So
Yeah.
it was like, oh, this is one of the best decks in the format, but actually it was trash.
Oh, okay.
Right? And people figured that out around the Pro Tour.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it was a secret meme deck.
Nah, everybody thought it was good, but it wasn't. Anyways, there's a spiritual successor to a $1 Million Man.
Oh boy.
But it's actually good this time.
Sure.
Let's see. Where is Dex? Popular Dex metagame on MTG Goldfish. Going to Modern. Is it? I mean, it costs about $2,000. I'm gonna say this is probably it.
4-color blink?
Yeah, 4-color blink. 4 Omnath, 4 Teferis, 4 Ren and 6s, a billion lands that all cost like $1 trillion. I don't think this is the right deck.
Why? What's it missing?
Oh, here's Expressive Iterations. It has Eldamri's Call in it for some reason. Solitude, Fury.
Are we to get those cards?
What?
Are we to get those cards?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I don't even know. I don't think that's too good, but
yeah. This is just a 4-color money pile. Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay,
Ragavans, Omnaths, Solitudes, Furies. Still got Ren and 6. Prismatic Endings, Expressive Iterations, Memory Deluges. It's got Force of Negations. Fucking every
Snowlands.
Yeah. Everything you could imagine that costs like way too much money.
Yeah, 4-color pile of money.
4-color money pile. Yeah. And it's just like.
Thanks, Yorion.
Yeah, thanks, Yorion. It's also a Yorion deck too, which is like just another like at least $200, right?
Yep. That's funny.
Yeah. Deck names used to be fucking wild. People would just be like, what, like, name shit after anything. Like, there was a deck called Metalhead because one of the cards looked like an artist from the band Metalhead or some shit like that. There's also, like...
was it even the stable card of the deck?
No.
Okay.
It was, like, a card that, like, often got cut from the deck. There was also, like, So, the original one was Cheerios, because everything in the deck costs 0, right?
Oh
that one
God.
makes sense. But then, the next version was called Fruit Loops.
Oh,
and I don't remember why. And then there was another one called Cocoa Puffs.
Hey.
And then it moved on, and eventually it became Cephalid Breakfast, which is still the name of like a competitive EDH deck because it still uses the combo.
Cephalid Breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think I don't know the name of the actual combo piece. It's fuck. It's Cephalid Illusionist. It's Path Mage, Sage, Looter, Inkshroud. No, not Cephalid Illusion. Oh yeah. No.
It is Illusionist? Why?
Yeah, it is Illusionist.
What does it do?
Whenever it comes to target, a spell or ability, mill 3 cards. And then there is another card that has an activated ability that's like 0, and it basically does nothing, but you can target a creature with it. Yeah. So you target the Cephalid Illusionist 1,000,000 times, mill your library, and of course, win the game, like any Dredge deck does.
Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah. The infinite resources that are now at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun time all around.
Sick.
Yeah. Anyways, back to what the fuck was that card?
Honor's Reward.
Honors Reward.
I can't believe I remember the card. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. You're good at this.
I like the card. Well, no, I don't. I actually hate the card.
I mean, the art on the card looks really good.
Maybe that's
Datagar looks really good in that picture, but Datagar looks really bad on his own card. So
Dadgar.
Dadgar.
Dadgard.
Don't remember his fucking name. Is it Dagadar? Dagatar. Okay. I do not like this picture of Dagatar.
Oof.
Also, he gets like absolutely fucking stomped on by Dramoka. So
Like in the lore, you mean?
yeah.
Sick. Anyways.
Yeah. Moving on to weekly
work.
work.
Okay.
You starting
So,
this off?
sure,
Sorry,
yeah,
I still need to unlock my phone
No
and get to like
worries.
the memo pad.
Do you want 1, 2, 3 Sasha open parentheses Melissa close parentheses or Oscar pit 1?
The one with the longer name?
All right. So, free bet, right?
Yeah.
Dealing free bet. This lady sits down and she is drunk and having a great time. Oh man. She's just like, she does not really know what's going on and she's kind of playing blackjack.
Yeah.
And she's more excited to get me to say stuff than to really like get any cards or do anything in the game.
Yeah.
She's that player that like is like so out of it that she like slows down the game, so you're just desperate to do anything to get her to hit or stay or make any decision at all.
Yeah.
Right? So she's like she's like, promise me you'll give us good cards, and I'm like, come on, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you gotta promise, and I'm like, sorry, I don't make promises on this game.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, can you say something else that's like code for it, like abracadabra? And I'm like, yeah, abracadabra. And 2 people get blackjacks and I bust out.
Nice.
So
Actually giving them good cards.
yeah, which encourages her to do this thing more. So now she's getting other people involved in it, right? There's this new player on first base who's like, oh yeah, this is like my first night at the casino. And of course, the first 2 games she plays are Spanish 21 and free bet blackjack.
Oh, yeah. The best games of the casino that have the lowest house edge.
Yeah, definitely. And also the best games to learn for your first time.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
So it's like regular blackjack. I've never played regular blackjack. So,
Oh boy.
go find a blackjack table.
Leave and go play blackjack for 2 hours, then come back and you can learn this game.
Yeah.
And also do worse at it, by the way. In case you were wondering.
This is like regular blackjack,
man.
except you get fucked.
When she sits down,
Yeah.
I swear to God, I swear to God, I know her name, right?
Yeah.
And she we'll say she says it's Melissa,
Yeah.
right? And then, later on, I hear her say, like, she's like, she's like trying to get other people to say her name, and she's like, in order to get good cards, you gotta say 1, 2, 3 Sasha, because that's my name. And I'm like, whoa. In my head, whoa, hold on, what?
Yeah.
Am I being gaslit? No way. And that's all I thought about for the rest of the table. I was so sure you said Melissa.
Yeah.
Are you that drunk? Or did I mishear you? And I'll just never know. It worked out great because the guy she was sitting next to was like, oh, that's the name of my relative who's here with me. And I'm like, wow, this is insane. Also, I swear to God you said Melissa. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I cannot remember. Yeah, that's basically all I thought about for the rest of the table.
Oh, okay. Do you want to know he found out the scam, or
Yes,
I keep
absolutely.
losing high card?
No.
Okay.
I need the scam story. These are my favorite. Oh my God, my favorite is whenever people are like, well, yeah, we're already gonna lose. He just typed into the computer to give that shuffle which talks to the shuffle.
Oh, it's
give
not
us
that.
bad cards.
It's not that.
Oh, that's too bad because that's my favorite theory. That's my favorite conspiracy theory.
Okay, so we're at the free bet table. It's going good. It's going bad. You know, like normal free bet. It's like pretty middling. You know.
Yes.
Absolutely normal game. So dude does the thing where you like double for a free, or you split for a free bet, and then you double on a free bet. You got like $20 out there, so we win like
4 free bet coins.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we'd win a lot of money. if I were to say break,
Mhm.
right?
Of course. Or even get like a 17.
Or even get like a 17, yeah. Anyways, I hit out to 22.
Of course.
So-
Every time.
So he's got the 1 on the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then his significant other's like, well, honey, you won on the side bet. And the guy's like, well, yeah, but like, doesn't even mean anything. So it would have made like so much more money if I had won on the thing. Like, it feels like the side bet is a scam. And he says those words out loud. And I'm like,
You're like,
well,
uh-huh.
yeah. And then he just puts the one
Puts
back,
it
out,
right back out there. It's and
and he's like,
you see the gears begin to turn. They start whirring. They start interlocking. You can see the smoke pouring out of his ears, trying to connect the dots. It's like the side bet is a scam. And then it all falls apart in the ocean, gone forever as he puts the $1 out again. You're so close. You're right on the precipice.
he continues to say something along the lines of, it doesn't even seem like the side bet's worth it.
I had this exact same thing happen to me like 2 weeks ago. They were going on and on like, oh my god, you never hit out to 22. You never, ever. It's
like
so
weird
rare. It's like a
chance.
1 in a million chance. Every single hand, he'd place it right back out there. And he wouldn't even change in. Hey, can I get ones? God, this side bet is horrible. Where is the disconnect here? What is happening?
Oh my fucking god. These people though.
It's like, oh my god, you're so close. But you are here, so I guess I can.
Anyway, Oscar in Pit 1.
Oh my god, yeah. So, okay, so whenever people are like, so there's sort of like a flowchart for this, right?
Yeah.
It begins with me not noticing my badges flipped around.
Yeah.
So the person's like, oh hey, what's your name? Flip it around. It's Skylar. Next step in the flowchart, oh Skylar, I love that name. Next step in the flowchart, me too. It's actually kind of funny. Originally, my mom wanted to name me Oscar, or my grandfather was like, you should name your son Oscar.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I don't think so. And usually that's the end, right?
Yeah.
You go through all those steps. I've told a funny story. You know, they have a laugh.
Everyone's cheering at the table. You get
It's
50 cents put onto the.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I get no tips for this. For like being an extremely like
Someone
nice
asked you to
person.
break down the 5 into 1 so they can tip the waiter.
Or the other players at the table. Saw that.
I've not
Oh,
had
man.
that, but that's
Oh, trust
so
me, you will.
bad.
You'll see it eventually. It is wild. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, normally that's where the flowchart ends.
Yeah.
Not this time. This dude knows I was almost Oscar. So for the next full on hour
Yeah.
at the quarter table in Pit 1,
Yeah.
Oscar, man, you almost had it. Oh, Oscar, come on. You're not going to let me play $10? No, man. What do you thought? This is $25 minimum. Nah, Oscar, I don't have that much money. Just like, call me Oscar every single chance he gets. Right?
Yeah.
The best part of this, meanwhile, is Buddy making crazy bank on the table. Like, bought in for $40, left with like $300.
Nice.
So while I was just like, yeah, I just pay out this double. I'm just a money factory over here.
Yeah.
While in my left ear, Oscar, nice work, Oscar. And I was like, never again. We're just gonna take that story put it on the shelf, and burn the bookcase. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it stopped being funny.
Very quickly.
So fast. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I still have to, like, fake laugh, right? Because I don't want to be like...
Yeah, did you hear me right? My name is actually not Oscar.
It's right here. I know you think you're being hilarious. Also, that dude sat at the table with his buddy, changed in for $40, played one hand.
Lost that one hand?
No, one.
Oh, one?
One? I'm out.
I'm
Made my
out.
$25. No more for me. I'm done. I'm done. I'm just gonna sit here and like call you Oscar like 25 different ways.
Nice.
They left and then came back. He like left the table like colored up for 125 and then came back to play more, and I'm like, oh, here we go, and I just gave him more money. Meanwhile, I'm getting called Oscar by this goofball.
Yeah.
It was wild.
You want to hear I keep losing high card?
Oh yes.
Okay. UTH, right? We're at a UTH table, right?
Yep. Pretty much goes there.
Yep. Guy sits down, buys in for 100. First hand. Plays it. Flip over.
Is it like a
I
4
have,
bet
like-
or?
No.
So just okay.
Yeah. Last possible chance to bet. Bets in. I flip over a pair of twos, pushes it in. Never get to see the hand. He's a little disgruntled. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it sucks to lose
To pocket twos,
to
right?
pocket deuces with like ace 10.
Yeah. Right?
Or even like
Couple hands later, you know, decent board, like maybe a pair of like 10s on the board, and then like 9, 7, 3, 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Flip over a 7, pushes his hand in. And I'm like, well, that's fair. Maybe he had like pair of 4s, you know. Had a chance, but didn't really quite make it.
Yeah.
Another one, you know, pair of 5s on the board. I flip over the high pair, you know, pushes it in. He's like,
Yep.
oh my god. You know, another one. I have like the board is like 7 to 8, like pair kings. I flip over a 2. I haven't flipped over the other card yet, and he pushes his hand in and he says, I keep losing on high card. I don't get it. And then immediately, I had to stop myself from going, you don't have to play high card.
You don't. Yeah, man.
You don't have to play jack high. You don't have to play that
Oh
hand.
my god, I do not understand how people can play anything less than king high. Like, I see people play queen and jack high so often. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is crazy.
I've seen people play like 10-5, no pair, and like be like the lowest, like, right? Like replace the 6 on the board with my 10. And it's like, what are you doing? Or like I see people play the board.
But they have that look on their face that's like, I have to try. Like,
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to just throw away this money. I'm going to throw it away.
I can't believe it. I can't believe some people. It's like, oh wow. The board? The board with no pairs? Yeah, I'll play that.
Yeah.
I have a pie gow. I have an ace high pie gow. But the only things I'm adding to the pie gow are the 10 and the 6. Yeah. This seems good. This is an easy win.
I don't know if anybody's thinking that. If any UTH player is thinking that, it's probably the first time they've ever played UTH.
Yeah. My favorite is, or like something that happens a lot. It's like, it's 2 pairs on the board with like an ace as the remainder, and then everybody's like, well, might as well just play the board, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh look,
The ace.
2 trips.
Oh my god! Oh. Ugh. Yuck.
Yuck.
Yuck. That's vile. Ugh.
I
don't think I've done that on UTH yet.
I had one where this one's like actually fucked up. So the board is 2 jacks, ace, 2 5s. I flip over pocket aces.
Yep. Oh man. And everyone is like, "Oh, you're Satan."
There is 5 jack over here. And then on the far left is Jack Ace.
Oh man.
Someone also just like had a 5.
Yeah.
So there were 3 votes at the table and nobody won.
Yep. Just cleaned house for pocket aces.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens though. It's really hard to beat pocket aces.
Yeah. Especially when it makes a. It's just like, oh, I have a boat. Can't lose.
Fucks, actually.
Yeah. And
it's like I don't know. It just reminds me of that 3-pair hand where somebody had like it was like kings, 10s and 5s.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh damn, can't beat that 3-pair. Because that 3-pair is amazing.
Yeah.
Like you're almost guaranteed. Oh, I have aces 9-5. Or aces 9s and 5s. I'm sorry, you push.
Yeah.
Sorry, and then somebody else is like, "Oh, hey, you actually can't beat that." And I was like, "You're right. I'm sorry. Literally can't beat dealer's pocket aces and pie gal."
Yeah. My big story was on the I got table this and moved to pit 3.
Yeah.
3 times in the same push. I had like jacks up and then like 5s and 2s down or something. Or like 6 and 3s down. And then like the 3rd time I was just like, oh wow, I get this hand a lot, huh? To be fair, now that there's 2 pie out tables, there's never like a full table. So like it's a lot easier to just like chill out and be like, oh, pie gal. Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I dealt the Royal. That's right. I didn't tell this story on the podcast. Dealt the Royal. So the guy won like 5,500 in total.
Yeah.
But the 5,000 he won on the line got taxed.
Oh.
Which is funny because he would have made more if he would have bet less. Like net more money if he would have bet less because I guess they tax like 20% of it.
Wow. That's weird.
On anything 5,000 or more.
Oh.
Yep.
That's an insanely high tax rate.
I might have misheard. But it still ended up being like quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
But it took forever.
Yeah.
Because the dude's handwriting was so bad.
Yeah.
That nobody could read it. And they had to rewrite it for him.
Nice.
And I had never done it before, so I was waiting, and nobody told me to like keep doing other hands.
Yeah.
And it was 10 Jack, Queen, King of spades on the board. Third base had Ace of Spades for the Royal.
Yeah.
And first base had 9 of Spades for the straight flush.
Yep.
Fucking crazy. This is also right after, like, I showed up right after they changed cards.
Nice.
It was my second hand? Maybe my first.
Did they kill the deck that got the Royal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and did they give it to the dude?
I didn't see.
Okay.
Because after I did that, I went home.
They were like, you've done enough. You've done enough damage for today,
absolutely.
Skylar.
Yep,
it's
definitely.
Time to go home.
Yeah, $5,000. Oof, what a hit to the casino.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's not like there's a machine within eyesight that can pay like 10 to 15 times as much.
Yeah. I really like the Mega Meltdown machines because
really?
if you pay attention, the jackpot is normally like somewhere around like 10,000, but on holidays it's 100,000.
Oh man, that's so funny.
And I'm just like,
I hate that so much.
What? I don't think it wasn't like that yesterday, was it? And then I come back the day next, and I'm like, oh, he's definitely 100,000 because that's the whole reason I was like, oh man, that slot machine might actually be worth it because the jackpot's so ridiculously high that if I do hit, I don't have to go to work for a year.
Yeah.
That's almost a house.
Yep, almost. Keyword.
Anyways, we're going to move on to our first break, everybody. Have a good time listening to me talk about Patreon. Hello, everyone. Taking a break from the podcast to tell you all to subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/IvanTT. That's IVANTT. It's how you help support the podcast, how we get all of our stuff together, and you get a sick bonus in that all Patreons with the tier 2 or higher get a shout out. So quick shout out to Thunderbird145, who is our current tier 2 patron. Thank you, everyone, and back to the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. We are moving into our game gander this week. Skylar, what games have you been up to recently?
So I've played a few games over the last couple of days. I've been really in the mood for like a sort of like horror game, kind of, but not something like Resident Evil Village, which admittedly fantastic game, like genuinely wonderful game. But I'm looking for something, I guess, really more indie. Not really looking for a first-person shooter. Not looking for I don't know, looking for something with that just has that sort of like indie touch to it.
Oh yeah.
And I found one. I
had
one.
Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares is a little too cartoonish for me.
Oh, okay.
I don't really find anything in Little Nightmares altogether frightening.
Oh, okay.
Although I think they're all right games. Also, they're not very engaging for me.
I don't know. I had a lot of fun on a stream. So.
I'm glad.
Yeah, my stream at Twitch TV or twitch.tv/IvanZoTV.
Oh, right. Have you been streaming recently?
No.
Okay. So anyways, I had one on my wish list that was like I thought it was going to be a sort of like Terraria-esque, but with horror elements. It didn't end up turning into... Some more research wasn't really like that. It wasn't like an actual like digging. It was set into like levels, and it still looks neat, but I was like, I'll pass. But I did find one that's been on the edges of my radar called Darkwood, which is an isometric, or I guess top-down, like open world survival horror. Right. So the gameplay loop is your character during the day goes out to forage for resources and defend themselves from evil, the like horrors of the encroaching forest. Yeah. And then at night, hopefully you've gathered enough fuel during the day to fuel your generator. At night, you sort of like hide in your hideout and hope that nothing breaks through your barricades or that anything spooky sort of happens, right? And the game does a really good job of using horror as a genre, mainly because unlike a lot of sort of like top-down traditional twin-stick shooters, you can only see in like a 45-degree cone directly in the direction you're facing.
Oh, okay.
Right? So stuff can sneak up from other sides, right? Yeah. You can hear noises and you can see things and you can kind of see like objects move, right? So like one night I was like hiding out in my bedroom facing the door with my weapon readied. Yeah. And I saw in the other room one of the light sources just sort of like moved to the side. And I was like, oh, okay. So there's probably something out there. Yeah. And then sort of just waited in suspense until day came. Yeah. So I didn't have to interact with it at all. And it's interesting. It's only like $15.
Nice.
So far, I'm liking the content. It really is pretty spooky.
Yeah.
Doesn't have too much change. The controls are a little weird to figure out, but that's because I'm using a PS4 controller.
Yeah.
And it's mapped to a gamepad, which is like a little different. So I have to like in my head keep track of which buttons are X, Y, B, and A, which aren't any of the buttons on a PS4 controller.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know what you mean.
The other thing too is whenever you reach into your inventory, your cone of vision disappears as you look down into your bag and ignore everything else around you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So
because when I open my backpack, I am not looking at anything around
in any direction whatsoever.
Yeah. I just stare at the zipper as I slowly unzip.
I'll grab that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yep, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So, and the other game I've been playing is quite possibly the literal opposite.
Yeah.
A diametrically opposed called Heck Deck, which, if I would have known at the time of purchasing was an iOS game, I probably would have just bought it for iOS.
Oh yeah.
But it is a bullet hell roguelike, very simple, except that all the bullets are cards. And by running into them, you take damage, but also put them in your inventory.
Oh.
And then
So
you
it's
use
a card
them.
collecting game.
You use them to shoot bullets, and
That's right up my alley.
and like some of them are health, right, that don't deal any damage, so you can use them to heal you. And rather than having any sort of mana system, it's just that there's a cooldown that every card applies before you can use their card.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right, so the heal ones have like a 3-second cooldown, so you kind of have to like swerve around. Oh, the other big thing too, is the time only progresses while you are moving.
Oh yeah.
So it's not very stressful. And you pretty much know when you've gotten yourself into a situation that you can't finagle yourself out of.
Oh, nice.
So you're kind of just like, oh, well, I accidentally got too close to a bullet cluster, and I'm just going to perish by collecting all these cards, so I guess I'll die.
Yeah.
Very simplistic. It was like $3. Super intuitive controls. Again, if I would have known it was on iOS, I probably would have bought it then. Very adorable. The like shop. It's also like minimalistic, right?
Yeah.
So there's no like there's not a whole lot of interacting pieces. Even the shop is just your health.
Yeah.
Using it as currency.
See, I've mostly been playing 2 games. Super Auto Pets.
It's a good
Classic.
one. Classic. Yes. And
Deathloop.
oh, so good. Actually, just like
I think I've already told you about this a little bit. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
I've been going through the Visionaries.
Mm-hmm.
I spent like 3 attempts on Frank.
Yeah. Tricky if you don't know the like route.
Yeah. Turns out the route is pick up all the turrets and throw them.
Yeah, turrets are so good.
Turrets are fucking broken.
I don't know about that.
I guess also part of the problem is that Frank's lair is just fucking
littered with turrets.
Like turrets are fucking everywhere, man.
Oh, and you've got that trinket that increases the hack speed, right?
No.
Oh,
I got that on my first loop through.
Didn't internalize it. That's right.
Well, I couldn't internalize it.
Oh.
I discovered what?
Have you found out what that thing is for? That place you discovered?
What place?
The place where you got that trinket. It's got the codes and the door.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Still haven't figured out where to put that card. Yeah. I've kind of put like Secrets to the Wayside for a little bit to figure out where like the Visionaries and stuff are.
To be fair, some of the secrets help you get to Visionaries.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but like I still haven't even gone to like the 4th area.
Oh yeah.
And it felt kind of weird to like, especially since I kept dying on Frank because I didn't realize he was like actually not the first person I was supposed to fight.
Yeah. I mean, he's still got a thing, but
because like I searched the entire area on what is that place called? Fristad Rock.
Fristad Rock.
Yeah, on Fristad Rock, like
Upton, Fristad Rock in Carlsbad.
Yeah, I searched all of Fristad Rock, killed all of the enemies, killed Juliana on my first route, and then just died to Frank. Like, yeah. So my second and third time through, I kind of just like speed ran it a little bit, trying to like not trying to find any secrets or anything.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
I did find like the
wrong.
big O that you jump through and open the little. You seem surprised.
I don't know what you're talking about. The big O that you...
Yeah, there's an O on like a crane, and it goes up and down.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah,
and then you have to jump through it.
Do what?
It unlocks a little cage that has a trinket in it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's sick.
Yeah. So you have to hack... Or no, if you hack the thing, it stops it from moving.
Oh,
but it has like
funny.
sensors on it that are connected to a box, like on the ledge you have to jump off of to get through it.
Okay.
It's actually really easy to jump through it, though. I didn't die once.
Yeah, you don't even have a shift yet.
Yeah.
Which I think is really funny.
Yeah.
Because that's like my favorite and probably the most powerful slab.
Yeah, I don't know. I also spent a lot of time, like on my first run through, clearing all of the landmines and the lasers, to get to a locked door, and that was great.
Oh, yep. Yeah, but hey, at least now you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Knowledge is super powerful in Deathloop. It's like one of your most valuable resources.
Yeah.
Other than guns.
Other than guns, yes.
Guns are pretty important.
Yeah. I have like a really tough time at the start of Fristad Rock because there's so many Eternals like right outside both the doors.
Yeah.
And like getting out there and like either killing them silently or like,
yeah,
not dying trying to
yeah,
get around them.
That's why I like the silenced clob, is because it like you can take out like enemies.
See, I was using my silent weapon, but then someone would see a body and then they just start looking.
Hey, what's going on? Who did that? And just like eyes on the back of their head, like 360-degree view of like
Yeah. It's pretty difficult in my opinion. Fristad Rock's just like a little difficult though. I don't think I was supposed to go there at all in my second loop or my hypothetical like.
I don't know. The game doesn't.
Second loop.
I think level design is pretty good on being like play your way.
Yeah. I've yet to beat the Carl's Bay, so very excited to.
Ooh, fun stage. That's too bad. I really like Carl's Bay.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go next. Although it does say the power plant thing, I kind of want to go there, but I haven't been to Carl's Bay at all. It looks like the only time I get to get a slab or like kill a visionary there or whatever is if I go in the morning. So.
Yep.
Other than that, I fought Igor. That was fun. Fun in like a nominal sense. So this is a puzzle I need to figure out, and then the puzzle is just that every couple seconds it's actually a hologram puzzle, and all of the pieces shift what the picture is. Yeah. And I also.
I mean, that's all stealth games are, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I did the Condition Zero. That's what it is. I was trying to remember the name of the game. Condition Zero. I also cleared out a lot of that place, and I didn't need to.
The Among Us game.
Yeah, the Among Us game. There's also I figured out another. I walked out, and then I was trying to. Someone had noticed me, so I was trying to run back into the tunnels real quick because they like noticed me, but were like far away, and like noticed as in yellow and not red.
Yeah, they noticed you but weren't aggro.
Yeah, and then I like ran back, tried to was like, oh, that's a tunnel door. Opened the door, walked in, and then it was like, oh, hey, this is actually just a secret. And then it was like, you can mess with this game. And then like I couldn't figure out how to get into the game by the fact that I had messed with the machine button. I think that's probably just a different time thing.
Is it? Okay, so I'm trying to use my mental map of the area. Yeah. Did you go across the bridge? So when you say the game, you mean Condition Zero? No.
There's a different game on the other end.
Yep. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Different time of day?
Yep, different time of day.
That's what got me confused because I could go into the...
So that's... I mean, do you want me to tell you what time of day?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's afternoon.
Oh,
afternoon in Upton, which you never need to go there for any reason, I think.
Yeah.
Except...
There was also
I don't think any...
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I guess I went at like Not morning. What are the 4 stages?
Morning, noon, afternoon, and evening.
Okay. I went at noon,
Mm.
and the fucking workshop was on fire. That confused the fuck out of me because I was like, but it's the morning. How am I supposed to fix this?
How am I supposed to fix it? No, not quite.
Yeah. It was, in fact, not the morning.
Noon.
Yeah.
Which is close to morning. Not
But
quite.
not
Close enough.
quite, yeah. Anyways, want to move on quickly to the anime attack. Or
Yeah.
wait, should I tell you about my Super Auto Pets experience this week?
Sure. But
I
then
love the
I'll
worm.
talk about...
The worm is so good. You just fucking it just buffs itself when you buff it. It's fucking insane. Why do I keep losing with like an 8/8 worm? I don't get it.
An 8/8, huh?
Anyways, that was my Super Auto Pets experience for the week.
Alright. I was addicted to Universal Paper Clips for approximately 4.5 hours.
Oh. Is this the thing where you're playing the game and then you like look up and you're like, oh shit, it's been 4 hours?
Yes.
Oh wow, I did that with Deathloop the first time.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I
me
got
too, a little
home and I was like, oh fuck, it's like it's 1 a.m. and I haven't eaten food yet, huh?
Yeah, Deathloop is sick. No, Universal Paper Clips was just like an idle game.
Yeah.
But then I'll probably never play it again because I accidentally just restarted all my progress
Oh.
because I wanted
love
to know
that.
what a thing did. Turns out the thing was restart the game.
Oh, it's one of
No.
those games where you loop and you get like
Yeah, it's like an
better
idle
reward.
game, right? And you can loop through it and you get better reward, like
Yeah.
increase. So the goal is to make paper clips and sell them.
Mm-hmm.
And so like there are ways to like loop through, restart with increased like paperclip sales.
Yeah.
But there's also just an option where you just restart the game,
Yeah. Oh.
no benefit.
Oh. That's fucked.
Yeah, it is. That's why I won't be playing it again.
The anime attack?
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about The Good Place or do you want to talk about...
Yes, The Good Place, my favorite anime.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about The Good Place, because I can talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! For too long.
Okay.
So, for those of you that don't know, The Good Place is about a lady who dies and is accidentally sent to what is known as The Good Place. It turns out there's an afterlife, and there's 2 places you can go. There's the bad place for people who take off their shoes during an airplane ride. Oh, sorry. Shoes and socks during an airplane ride. And then there's the good place for people who are like actual saints. Like the top, the top positive karma 1% of the world gets to go to the good place.
Mm-hmm.
And our main character has the same name as another person who was supposed to go to the good place,
Yeah.
but has actually lived like a mediocre life. Like she's just kind of like a really relatable, normal person,
Yeah.
and not an actual saint who like raised millions of dollars for orphans
Mhm.
or like went like and like did like fasting or like hunger strikes.
Yeah. Hunger
For,
strikes for like gender rights and
Yeah, exactly.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Stuff like that would one would assume would automatically get you into heaven.
Yeah.
And the show is about her learning to earn her place in the good place,
Yeah.
so that she doesn't go to the bad place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All
pretty good synopsis.
Yeah, it's witty. It's I don't know if I'd say educational, but like
It's like
that's not the word I'm
semi-
looking for.
Like
It is, and it's educational in the way like,
fungicational.
it's educational in the way like Rick and Morty. I hate to say this, but the way Rick and Morty is educational.
Fungicational.
Sure,
You
it's got-
learn fun facts about certain things
Yeah,
that aren't actually useful.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't. I won't qualify them as like trivia. It's just
Kinda
like
trivia.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. It doesn't teach.
Sorry. This reminded me of something absolutely perfect from Deathloop.
Really?
So, you know how in Wenji's lab
Yes.
there's a note that says, "This is the code to the safe it's changed on every loop due to Evan's law of variation.
Yes.
I think it's really cool because her name is Wenji Evans.
Yes.
So it's her law.
Yes.
I think it's cool that there's a law named after one of the characters in the game. Very, very awesome. Anyways, back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, Deathloop's sick. Yeah, it's like extremely watchable. Because she is taught like ethics by an ethics professor.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's not a whole lot I can think of at the moment to say about the show. It's really well paced. It's like good television, all the character it's got that like
it's a good show.
Yeah.
It is expertly made.
Yeah, it's got good show energy.
Yeah.
You know, just watch the show, you laugh, you're interested, you're engaged.
Mm-hmm. Those are all things that I am constantly.
Yeah. All right.
With the show.
Yeah,
in
definitely.
relation to the show.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Not just like as a human robot. Those are all properties that that my human mind contains within itself.
I'm not a robot.
Definitely not. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the show's like really good. I'm enjoying myself for watching. We're doing. I don't know how many of you are involved in the Ivanscape, but we have a history of watching 3 episodes of one show and 3 episodes of another. It started with 3 episodes of one.
So I'm showing Skylar The Good Place.
Yeah.
Because he'd never seen it before, and it's actually amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And Skylar is showing me Yu-Gi-Oh! For some reason.
Because neither of us have seen Yu-Gi-Oh! And I wanted to watch it, and honestly, I haven't actually.
Is there actually a heart in these cards? This device will tell.
I love Kaiba, and I'm so happy he's getting screen time because he's fucking crazy. He is.
I absolutely love the fucking Hacker Man part at like the end of the.
Oh my god! I'm watching a children's card game cartoon. I'm watching a cartoon about a kid's card game.
Yeah.
There's like a 15-minute scene of Kaiba hacking into Pegasus mainframe and committing an act of terrorism.
My favorite thing is that he's like, okay, hack it. Click, clack, click, clack, click. And the robot's like, yeah, of course, Master Kaiba.
Oh, wow, that's so good. That's actually, like, I know you don't do voices that often. Spookily spot on. It's so over the top and like, why would you give your computer? It's like,
hunker down, Master Kaiba, because we're going for a wonderful hack and ride.
It's insane.
Why is
the whole sequence is crazy?
Cowboys?
I don't know. She's the voice is southern and. It's just Kaiba's an insane person with too much money.
Oh shit! I just remembered something. This is the same voice actor that does Robin in the 4Kids stuff.
Definitely,
of
course. Of course, it's all 4 kids. All 4 kids up and down. We also
it's the same. So because she has a cowboy hat on the first time you see Robin, they fucking apparently only knew that thing about Robin was that picture right then, and just went with the fucking cowboy accent.
That's so funny. Also funny, Kaiba's like infiltration, like Ocean's 11 infiltration mission into his base.
Have you seen
Running around at the speed of sound, got somewhere to be, never lose any of my heart. What? Like
that was so great.
Oh my god!
You guys were like a little distracted, and I was like, "Wait, guys, wait! You gotta tell me this is real."
Yes.
Then I paused it, then I rewound it back to the start of the song, and it's like panning over Kaiba's mansion while this fucking weird like Kid Rock song is playing.
Sorry, he doesn't mean the artist Kid Rock. He means children's rock. Like there's no other way to describe it other than Sonic Rock. It's like the music that plays during Sonic games and And it's so like,
It's
oh my god, it's
fucking wild.
It's insane, and it's like this. He's like 007, like sneaking into his like secret entrance that's connected to his mansion, and like going through and then like scanning his retina in a hidden bookshelf to get into his secret lair, and all the while it's like, never give up, 'cause you've got the heart. Don't lose hope, 'cause there's always a way to win.
It's beautiful.
It's fucking crazy. Also, we gotta see an incredible scene that gets cut out of the dub in which Kaiba stops the hammer of a gun from firing by slipping a Yu-Gi-Oh card in it.
Yeah.
Because guns aren't in the dub we're watching. Because we're watching the dub.
We're watching the 4Kids dub.
Yeah.
Which edits out all the guns, which is great.
Oh my God,
because
so
when the
funny.
dudes walk in and they're like, Master Kaiba. Master Kaiba. Mr. Pegasus wants to speak with you, and they're just pointing
They're
at him.
just pointing at... And one dude is like pointing and his fingers edited all weird. So it looks like it definitely looks like he's supposed to be holding a gun.
Yeah.
But he's just pointing at Kaiba both with his thumb and index finger.
Yeah. Like, I think you're missing something in your hand there, bud.
Yeah. It's... Oh my god, it's so choice. And Kaiba, without missing a single beat, "You'll never take me alive!" jumps through the window.
No. Throws a chair at them and then jumps through the window.
Jumps through... Oh my god, it's so... He is a crazy person with way too much money. I fucking love Kaiba.
Fucking wild.
Dude, I'm so glad we got him. And his fucking ghost is... Oh, okay. So the best part about Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm definitely Seto Kaiba.
So
as you all know, my name is Seto Kaiba, and I am using Seto Kaiba's deck because I am Seto Kaiba. Do you not believe me yet, everybody? I'm definitely Seto Kaiba.
Yeah, that's the level of writing they're working on. Oh man. Also, like, apparently the show was made before any of the cards were made. So there's no Yu-Gi-Oh played in this show. There's fucking no... Okay, so for those of you that don't know, there are some extremely vital rules of Yu-Gi-Oh that the show is missing.
Yeah, that it just ignores.
Yeah, that just completely ignores. One really big one is you can only normal summon one monster per turn. And they just play monsters willy-nilly. Just like, yeah, here's 3 monsters. There are also no tributes. When a monster is 6 or more stars, you have to sacrifice one of your monsters in order to play it, right? As a tribute. You're like tributing that monster to the other one. And they just will play fucking like 9-star monsters like there's no tomorrow. Just like slap this on the table. Here's my big monster, which is so wild because then it's like, why play the tiny monster? Why play a monster with 1300 attack when you could play a monster with 1500 attack?
Well, Skylar, you have to realize. There's only 4 Blue Eyes White Dragons in all of existence.
Well, there are 3.
Well, there were 4.
There were 4. And then
before Kaiba,
the first thing Kaiba
literally
does...
beat up an old grandpa just to rip his card in half.
Yep.
Just to rip his favorite card in half.
Like dust in the wind, you stupid old man.
Can you imagine if there were like 5 Black Lotuses, and then you found out that like an old dude who'd been playing Magic for like 80 years got his Black Lotus from his best friend, but you then decided the only way to protect your 4 Black Lotus vintage deck was to rip his Lotus in half.
I'm sure his Lotus was never used against you. It's the thinking of a paranoid, like crazy, like what are you? How can you think like this? What thought process? Like, how are you this paranoid? Are you like, is winning this important to you that you're just gonna like destroy property willy nilly?
I just beat the shit out of this old man for no reason.
I mean, no. The reason for him is because this blue eyes white dragon.
I don't want to lose to a blue eyes white dragon.
Might come back to haunt him. Like, oh my god, it's so mind-boggling.
Do you think it says something about Kaiba where he's like, you know, I'm the world champion. The only thing that matters to me is I might lose one day. The only way to stop myself from losing is to make sure that nobody has a better card than me. Because the only thing that matters is that Kaiba's a net decker. Kaiba's one of those filthy net deckers we hear about all the time.
Yes.
The only thing that matters to them is having the perfect deck. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. But then, Yugi opens his mind.
Opens his mind.
What does that mean? Did you use magic to do that? Or, like, is he just real? Do you mean that, like, metaphorically? Because it's impossible to tell.
Anyways, we're going to take our second break, everybody. Thanks for listening. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Food Fun. Last night we went to a new restaurant for Skylar, a returning restaurant for me. Wait, was it last night? No, it was 2 nights ago, right? 2 nights ago.
It was 2. Yes, it was 2 nights ago. Last night.
Yeah. Today is Thursday. Okay. Yeah. I just needed to double check.
You want to take this one again, or
no? Fuck that. We need to pad the runtime.
You're actually not wrong.
What was your experience at said restaurant?
So, it's really important that you use the word experience, because that's what I love about Sukiyaki.
Yeah.
The experience. It's incredible. Like, I love the atmosphere.
Yeah.
The whole like short table. There's like a secret floor that I didn't know was that, because the way it's set up is there's like a very short table with a like a tablecloth on it that is hiding a hole that you actually, like, it looks like it's the floor, but the floor is actually just the edge of a bench you sit on.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And then the getting the hot pot and like cooking food in the hot pot was really cool. I love like the whole, I get to experience like a very, very small part of a culture that I'm very interested in and have experienced secondhand like a little bit of. It's also like really good hangout space.
Yeah.
Like the room.
Oh, it's such a great hangout. Like, it's the small room.
Yeah. It's you get your own room.
Yeah.
Like, it feels so private and like, oh man. And like I guess I only noticed this in retrospect. It was like the perfect temperature. Like, it wasn't too cold or too warm.
Yeah. It was a great place to hang out, despite the fact that we kind of hung out for too long.
Yeah, that was definitely the problem. We needed a place where we could eat a bit faster. But setting that aside,
it's great for when you want to eat out, and that's the event you want to do. Right?
Yeah, that's gonna be your whole night.
Yeah.
Food we got, not amazing. That's because somebody like took most of the.
I took like maybe, I did probably take out like half the beef, but I took I got like 3 shrimp.
I got like 2 pieces of beef and like 3.
Where'd all our fucking shrimp go? There were like 15 pieces of shrimp.
To you and Grady,
I ate 3 pieces of shrimp.
There's no way.
Yeah. Because I was counting them, because whenever there's like a limited number of something, like mozzarella sticks or shrimp, I look at them and I go like, okay, so there's this many total. If I can have a third of that, then that means I get to eat this many, so I need to make sure I don't eat more than that.
The pot was so big. We must have just lost them.
Yeah. That's fair. Also, I didn't count how much beef I ate because I didn't want to count all this. I felt like the beef was going to be a desirable object.
It was just beef, noodles, and plants, my dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
the plants were
like
good,
I ate so many noodles. Yeah, the plants were all right.
Noodles are also okay.
I don't see what people's problem with spinach is. It was fantastic.
Yeah, the spinach is great. I love spinach.
It was great.
Spinach is one of my favorite vegetables. Up there with carrots.
Oh my god, carrots are.
I think those are
so good.
This is the third vegetable I like, but I can't remember what
corn.
it is. What?
Corn.
I hate corn. Yeah, I hate peas too.
Me too. Oh man. The worst.
I hate peas and corn for the same reason.
Okay. I don't like the texture, but that's not important. So sukiyaki experience 10 out of 10. Food, a 6. And that's just because of what we got, I think.
Yeah, because like the food there is actually like 9, 8-ish.
Yeah.
Like normally the hot pot was just like kind of a mess.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we didn't know much about hot pots, and then
Yeah, I am happy with the experience I got.
Yeah.
Like the experience of getting the hot pot significantly outweighs like the subpar taste that it had.
Yeah.
And
yeah. And the gyoza was really good, right?
Oh my god, it was probably some of the best pot stickers I've had in my life.
Yeah.
At least from a restaurant. And they were fried. Crispy. And the sauce was so good that they had with it was just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ruled.
Anything else to say?
That place ruled. Murder bathroom.
Oh yeah.
It's got a murder bathroom. Which I was not expecting.
I walked in there just to see that, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to be in here."
Yeah. There's no light bulb above the toilet.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's terrifying.
It's feel bad.
Yeah.
I know I've gone on the record as saying I don't want to know about your bathroom. That's really more of like if I can see you rate your bathroom time immediately after you've had it. I want that experience.
In the craft class the other day, someone went into the stall in like the HR building and didn't close the door, but they were like
in there.
Yeah, they were standing facing the wall, like they were using the toilet like a urinal, but they didn't close the door. And of course, the only reason I know this is because I looked in the mirror as I was washing my hands.
Yes, you were the poor unfortunate soul.
And I was like, "What?
Why
not just close the door?"
You saw it, and like someone in Minecraft who thinks that they have just locked eyes with the Enderman, quickly looks at literally in any other direction.
Yes.
At anything else.
Yes.
Snap of the head, like no. That's tragic. Extremely too bad, and I'm very sorry. But yeah, Sukiyaki's got a murder bathroom, and it was scary, and I didn't like it.
Moving on to our closing thoughts. I have a closing thought that's a question. Have you seen Ocean's 11? Okay.
I just know it's a heist.
Oh, it's a casino heist movie.
Oh.
Remember how it was like, I went through that phase where I was like looking up casino movies?
Oh, yeah.
To watch them?
Yeah.
That started because someone told me Ocean's 11 was good. I watched Ocean's 11 and I was like,
this is bad.
This is like really mediocre. I have recently found out that there's an Ocean's 12 and an Ocean's 13. I started watching Ocean's 12 last night.
Couldn't get through it?
I'm like, I got like half of the way through it, and I'm kind of like, can we get to the heist already?
You're halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
There's no.
Well, no, there was a small heist. There was a first heist.
Don't give me an. I want the movie to be about that.
What was super weird was like,
or if you're gonna make,
so there was the appetizer heist. They're like, this is basically impossible, blah blah blah, and someone figures out the thing that they need to do, and it's like actually crazy. Like, you don't care, right?
Giga brain. My dude, I'm not.
It's like, so they need to make a shot, but like their shot needs to like So they can't make it from inside of the building, right? Because they don't inside the building. So they need to be on top of a building. They make it need to shoot into a building that's over across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is that the window's like a story down,
Hmm.
and they can't make that fucking shot.
Sure.
Literally impossible. Anyways, guy thinks that the Giga Brain move, since this house isn't connected to any others, lift it up using hydraulic pressure.
What?
That sounds like it would be an interesting fucking heist, right?
They lift the house that the target is in, an entire story, with hydraulic pressure?
Yeah.
While he's in the house?
Because the dude's agoraphobic and he never leaves the house.
That's buck wild.
We see 0 seconds of this heist.
No way.
We see like 10 seconds of the setup of setting the hydraulic press. So we don't see the heist. We just see the aftermath.
What a bunch of bullshit.
What a bunch of bullshit, right? That's what I thought too. I was like, the fuck?
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Oh,
I guess I
lift
can't, because
the
I
house
literally
up,
never.
and then like it panned over to like a different scene and a different character was talking. Like, what the fuck? What's going on?
That's too bad, because you can get that great shot of the guy being like, "Am I going crazy?"
Right?
Is my like seeing his water like shake a little bit,
Yeah.
and he like stands up. He's like he like does the thing where he feels like he's balancing himself, and he's like, "So why do I feel?" And he looks to the window and sees the like the glint of like a scope, like, oh shit, and then the shot happens.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
That
I'm glad I'm
was
never
so
watching this
good.
movie, because now that scene is conceptually in my head, and I'll never have to worry about not seeing it.
I'll let you know if the real heist is actually good.
Oh, sure.
It also does the thing where it brings the 11 back, right? And I cannot remember any of them. I remember like
Oh,
3 of them,
no.
like maybe 4.
Oh no.
I watched this movie like less than a year ago, like maybe 6 months ago, and I cannot remember the majority of these characters. The only one I
There
remember,
are 11 of them.
yeah, I remember like 4.
Yeah.
I remember the
That's
dealer.
2 minutes. 11. Sorry. My point there. 11. Way too many.
Yeah, I remember the main character who is Ocean, but I remember him only because the majority of the movie stars him. There was I remember the character that everybody made a big deal about because he probably wasn't ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the person who was the dealer. Yep. Oh, sorry. I also remember the person who doesn't speak any English.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's fair. Those seem pretty notable.
I guess I kind of remembered the dude who pretended to be the asshole player.
That's very funny.
But it's because he's old and kind of distinguishable, but I couldn't tell the difference between the 2 old white dudes. But there was a guy who I was like, so there's a scene in which the person they stole from in the last movie walks up to all of them and is like, I found you, you're fucked. Unless you give me my money back. And then like,
They kill him?
no.
Oh.
It'd be funny though.
I mean,
There's a scene for each of them, right?
Sure.
And it like rapid fire goes through all of them.
yeah.
And he walks up to one of the characters, or so there's a thing happening with one of the characters where they're talking to somebody else and they're like this is what they're doing with their life now, right? And they're like in the middle of something and it's going through, and then I'm looking at the 2 people that are talking, and I'm like, which one of them was on the crew?
Oh no.
Neither of these people do not look alike at all. They have no similar features, and I cannot for the life of me tell if either of them are recognizable at all. Yeah.
It's too bad. Guess Ocean's 11 should have been.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, there are 11 of them.
Oh no.
How, like, that's so many.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, I'll let you know after I watch Ocean's 13 if we should watch them together.
Sure.
Cool. You have any closing thoughts?
Oh,
Well, everyone?
that's not true. I'm excited for Pokemon Legends of Arceus.
Oh, yeah. Comes out tomorrow. Well, everyone, thank you for watching the Friendship Dawn podcast, where we've reached the Friendship Dusk part of the podcast.
There we go.
Lol order. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. And too many wonderfuls or too few wonderful?
Just end the